invest in the future, make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure the bell notification stays lit like that. You guys will not miss out for any updates. Very important to do so, man. We're going to be talking about if the markets are hot or not. I know a lot of people feel like maybe they're not. Maybe the markets are not hot, but honestly, the markets to me are still hot because this is exactly where we were at before when we were having all these bounces and stuff like that. So very important for us to stay bullish in the space, even though it is testing us. But really, these prices are above our previous all-time high, so we should be very happy with this. Let me get the volume up a little bit. Let's bring this over here, fam. Appreciate you guys pulling up. If you guys can share the stream, that'd be greatly appreciated. Let's get the volume up on the main control really quick. I can see it low. There we go. You guys can hear me nice and loud and clear. All right, so let's start off right here, right at the top, man. We got some new meme coins to talk about. We're obviously going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about ETH, all the main ones. But the overall crypto market cap right now is sitting at a $3.84 trillion market cap. The overall market experiencing a bit of a pullback. That's just normal stuff, man. Normal stuff is these pullbacks that happen on a regular basis. There's nothing we can really do about it. But you still have, like, China's yuan. I almost want to say Juan for some reason, but that's too funny. China's yuan, backed by stablecoin project implementations for the global finance. This is more adoption happening right before our eyes, man. Damn, I've missed the streams, man. Been away for a few weeks. I know, man. You've been MIA. I didn't know where you were at, man. I didn't know what was going on with you, man. I was like, where's AD at? Where is AD at? If you guys can go ahead and share the stream right now, we got some very bullish things to talk about. I know the markets might be testing everybody, but we got BNB almost hitting all-time high. All these great things. 1 second, fam. Give me 1 second. Right here. So what kind of live stream is this? That it's a real one, man. It's a real live stream. We had to take a second, man. I had to turn the fan on, fam. I was getting toasty. I started getting hot right away. I see AD coming in here. I'm like, whoa, what's up, Prophet Bear? Up and early YouTube stream? Yes, man. Very quiet, but still clear quality. Okay. It should be louder now. I did turn it up quite a bit right now. Should be a lot louder on your guys' end. Been trying to get the noise cancellation down pack on the back, so like that you guys don't have to hear all the sometimes if the gardeners are here or whatever. But anyways, let's get into this right here. We got 3.3 or $3.84 trillion market cap. Market pulling back a little bit, quiet in the market, where people are like, is it happening? Are we excited? Are we not excited? Are the markets really hot? Are the markets not? What's going on? Man, I'm a technical trader. I come straight to the daily chart on BTC, and it gives you a clear indication of what's going on, right? It gives you an understanding of what's transpiring overall in this market. That doesn't mean that you can't print, right? We're going to talk about that printing that's available as well on BYDFi. I've been making some posts in these days while working on some things on the back end for XPX. Let me just bring this over here for you guys, just to show you guys that you guys don't need to really be concerned with the market. If you're sitting on your favorite plays or whatever you might be doing, that's cool. Do that. Hold on to that. But if you want to trade and make some money, we'll get on BYDFi and make sure that you guys are also printing. We'll get into that as well. We got some ETH plays coming up. Appreciate the super chat, man. Mine FAK on ETH just secured another CEX. Very nice. Very nice. Cool. Nice to see that. Happy to hear that, man. So you guys go check out Mine FAK, man. Definitely have them hit me up, man, so we could do some videos on them as well. Have them up on the live stream for sure. We got Can Do Community Strong taking it to 100 billion. We must take it to 100 billion. And I'm already starting to see some of the effects of the people ordering their CBC cups. We're really close to excuse me, we're really close to getting the Can Do merch almost all the way listed, which is super exciting, where we can create some more catalysts with everybody posting on it and really making some noise in the space. But we'll get into all that good stuff, all your favorite plays, man. Get your Mine FAK community in here. Have the dev team hit me up as well so we can get them up on the stream. Get your favorite Can Do Chads and Chadettes up in here. The stream is filling up pretty good, man. We took a couple of days off, been working on the back end. There's going to be some upgrades coming to XPX very soon. So a lot of upgrades, also a lot of talks with a lot of Cardano people that I've been linking up with. One of which you guys know that I'm wearing the hat right now for the Huskies, the Hoskies. We got them as well that we're going to be talking about as well. Big shout out to them. Met a lot of those people at the Rare Evo event. That's why we got their hat on today, and we got their meme coin that we're going to talk about. Some Cardano meme coin trading that we're going to talk about. So if you guys got some meme coins or some projects that you guys are bullish on, definitely hit up the devs and have them hit me up. So like that, we can get them up on these streams as well. But let's start off right here. What's going on with the market? Why is it feeling a little meh? And we have this right here on the daily chart. We got this sell signal that's, underneath the 50. We got this gap. I mean, we talked about this gap back to back, that if we don't hit this bounce right here and we don't continue this upward trend, then we go into this gap. And here we go. And still, I want everybody as bullish as can be because it is still above our previous all-time highs. It is above our previous all-time highs. When you look, we've had this drawn out for a while. Look at resistance, 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 but it even starts way back here. Previous all-time high, hitting here, hitting there, hitting again right there, hitting one more time before we have this breakout. We have to have these corrections, and a lot of times in on charts, you guys will see prior resistance becoming future support, and that's exactly what you have right here with BTC. Now, we could hold on to this right here, this 110, 113 section where we've been in before, bouncing right off of this and going right back up to this shelf right here at 117 and possibly going a little bit higher. If we break underneath this previous all-time high and do not make a support, we come into this section right here where BTC comes back down to 103, 104, 100K BTC. Let me know in the chat. Do you guys think it's going to go to 100K BTC, or do you think we're going to bounce off and do exactly what charts do a lot of the times, but they also do break? But we could have this bounce right here, this last little shakeout, and then a nice little rally going right back up on BTC. Let's go down to the 4-hour chart. Get your projects in here. Get your XRP people up in here. Get your meme coins in here. Get your projects up in here, man. Here we go right here. We got BTC on the 4-hour chart. All right, 4-hour chart. Very similar areas. Check this out. Everyone getting scared tells me to buy the dip. That's exactly what you got to do. You got to do the opposite of everybody else. I think we just catching our breath. Absolutely, man. Before we go to our next wave, I agree with you, bro. I really, really do. And we can see, like, on the 4-hour chart, these prior resistance becoming future support. I'll clear this up for a second just so it looks a little bit cleaner for everybody. 1 second. Boom. So you guys can see these prior resistance. Boom, boom, boom. Almost right there. Not picture perfect, right? Not picture perfect, but we're in a relative area of this prior resistance becoming future support. We can start to creep up from here on the 4-hour chart, get back above this lower valley range, which is 115, the round number, break above the 50 moving average, come to the point of control of 118. That could be extremely bullish and getting back up to 120, but we're definitely on the lower side of a lot of the indicators that we want to be seeing. When it comes to the blunt house, we got a sell signal. When it comes to the 200 moving average, we're still working underneath the 200 moving average right here. And we do got the parabolic star printing some crosses on the bottom, so that's some good support right there. And it can go a lot higher from there. So we're going to keep an eye on these prices right here. If we lost this on the daily chart, maybe we'll go lower. Maybe we'll come into this section. If you guys look, this 200 moving average is exactly where this upper valley range is. So if we lost this prior resistance future support, we could see it coming down to maybe this 106, coming down to, that 104 or something like that. So that doesn't mean that you can't print in this market. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. You guys can 100% print on this market. We've been talking about CFX a lot. You guys been seeing a lot of the trades. While I was doing a lot of things on the back end for XPX, you guys are going to be seeing some new things being added, some upgrades being made. And well, during that process, I was just over here printing, looking at charts. You guys could do this as well. This is very easy to do, honestly. When it comes to, if you guys have a BYDFi account, you guys register, scan this QR code right here, register using my referral code, join this Telegram right here, and put your UID number inside of this. You're going to get all these calls and signals, all these scalp signals, swing signals right inside of that Telegram for absolutely free, fam. There's never going to be a charge up there. It's just free. You do have to register for your BYDFi account and get up in there so you can do these trades. But CFX is a perfect example of something that you guys can be trading on a daily basis and kind of print off of it when the market's going in that right direction. All right, so keep an eye on CFX for those who are traders. Let's go to ETH, and then we'll go work our way down because BNB almost broke all-time high, or did break all-time high, but was almost going to 1K basically. So here we go on ETH daily chart. We got a sell signal. You know, right here we got the crosses on the top. We have this gap that it can break into right here and come into some lower prices. If we see BTC break its previous, you know, prior resistance becoming future support, and it doesn't make a support and breaks underneath that, we're going to see some cheaper prices on Ethereum as well, maybe getting back into the $3,000 range. The markets have to breathe, just like you have to take a breath in, a breath out. I mean, that's just normal stuff right there. Let's go into the 4-hour chart, see exactly what we got going on. So a massive gap right here that we would keep an eye on. We got this pullback. It's kind of starting to roll over again. It could be a case of first mouse gets the squeeze, second mouse gets the cheese, and it comes a lot lower underneath the 200 moving average, possibly even coming down to, you know, $3,600, $3,500 on that Ethereum. There is a bit of a pullback going on, nothing to be too concerned about, because these markets, if BTC got bullish right away, and let's say we printed a green buy signal on the daily chart right here and it turned right back around, everything I just said about ETH pulling back, everything I just said, those things will turn right back around on their own, right? So just keep an eye on BTC. And when the markets are like this and you're not too sure, just take a step back, maybe. Just take a step back, do something else, and get locked in. But overall, ETH, we could be seeing a little pullback, especially into these previous waves low. If it broke these, we could see some lower prices. This is 4K on ETH. Right here is 4,300, and higher up here it's going to be, you know, that 4,800 going into that 5K possibly. Let's go to BNB. BNB doing its own thing, everybody. Yes, it is. Super exciting to see BNB move like this. Of course, we see the market cap of, you know, XPX going up no matter what. This is what's important for us to keep doing this as far as BNB and our asset backing, because our asset backing is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. The asset backing is absolutely amazing. We're at currently 58.2 BNB wrapped up in XPays X, which is crazy bullish because we keep getting this BNB in here. You know, it's just going to make the market cap of BNB, the market cap of XPX keeps going up automatically because we have so much BNB being backed by XPX. This BNB is just backing XPX nonstop, and it's making us so strong. And we've been seeing that when BNB is pumping, it's always the best trade. Sometimes is no trade. Honestly, the best trade right now, a lot of the times, is no trade. We got this right here with BNB right now at 847, looking super strong, looking super bullish. I told everybody a long time ago, we will see BNB break over 1K. I was saying it at 480. BNB went up to 6 something. It went back down to 4 something. People thought I was crazy because, you know, everybody, all the newbies, for some reason, somebody gave them a new, I don't know, award or something. I don't know what was going on, but somehow they all started saying that there was no altcoin season and everybody started believing them. And they were completely, utterly wrong, everybody. So, you know, when you got people that have been in this thing multi cycles, you can't fake that. You know, there's something that comes with people that are in this market multi cycles. So if you guys want to make sure that you guys are getting some veteran OG information, make sure you guys are locked in, because this is how it's going to make sure that you're not just getting wrecked for the next person, but you're actually learning something here, okay? Because I've been telling everybody about BNB for a while, even when it went up and it came right back down and everybody was like, oh, I'm a new professional, I'm doing spaces now, so now I can tell everybody that there's no more altcoin season. I was like, I don't know who gave them the memo, where was the bulletin board? I missed it. I don't know who gave them permission to start saying that there was no altcoin season. Then they started changing it, that it was going to be different. It's going to be more explosive. That's about the only thing that it's going to be. It's going to be more explosive. We're talking about crypto adoption on steroids. If you're talking about that type of different, but different where like it sounded kind of mopey. I don't know about you guys. You guys are in the spaces. You guys know it sounded kind of like, and you know, whatever that means. You know, when somebody talks to you like that, what? Move around. This is not for you, honestly. It's not for you, honestly, because you're projecting too much. You need to get solid information that you can then pull up later on and say, hey, either I was right or I was wrong, but here we are with BNB at $845. I doubt any of those people who said that there was going to be no altcoin season. I doubt any of those space hosts that were saying, whatever it was. They're not going to have no accountability for being wrong about that stuff. And everybody probably cheated a bunch of their altcoin seasons, cheated their bags, because people who bought their spaces, you know, pay for a bunch of bots to make it look like they have a bunch of viewers, told you guys to cheat your guys' bags. Stop, man. I look at BNB. It's not. This is a different animal right now, fam. Find yourself a solid project and let the markets come to you. You don't have to do anything. You honestly don't have to do nothing. The governments and the world and everybody's gonna be on the blockchain. All you have to do is not mess this up. Don't let somebody else who's being scared, don't let somebody else who's projecting all this new stuff to sound professional, who is botting their space to make it look like there's a whole bunch of people in there. And you're like, well, if there's this many people, they obviously, got to know what they're talking about. Well, they're wrong. Are they going to come back and change that? Nope. Did you cheat your BNB because somebody told you that there was not going to be altcoin season? Did you cheat any of your alts because somebody said that there's not going to be alts? Hopefully not, because BNB right here just outperformed everything. It has so much money in the dApps. People are building on BNB, and BNB is not done. I think that my projection of BNB in this cycle of that $1,000, $1,200 might be smashed this year. We might see a $1,500 BNB. I'm gonna stay a bit on the conservative side, and I was being conservative with 1K. 1200, but the way we're seeing people ape into XPX into BNB, really shows you guys that BNB is a monster, and it's something that you just want to hold, fam. You just want to hold. So here we are, BNB on the daily chart, no sell signal, breaking all-time high after all-time high. I told you so. Humble pie being dished out. I'm gonna do it as nice as I can, but I do have to say I told you so. It does have to sting a little bit. Otherwise, if we keep being just super cool with each other and nobody holds accountability for saying the wrong things or doing that, and there's no sting, nothing changes, right? Nothing changes if nothing changes. So we got to be able to make some changes over here, right? So BNB looking good, always having a mind of his own. A lot of times, if it broke underneath this 50 moving average, I would keep an eye on doing a little shakeout, snatching some liquidity up, right? Why do you think Jesus told us not to fear it? Man, fear is dangerous, man. I'm telling you. Fear is dangerous. And that's what happens, Prophet Bear. A lot of people project their fear onto others. And a lot of these people have microphones and they have spaces and stuff like that. And they have maybe a bad week or a bad month or for whatever reason. And then they start projecting all their fears onto the space. You cannot be, you got to be able to walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil, for the Lord is my shepherd, the Lord is my shield, right? You got to be able to do that. Otherwise, you get a bunch of people scaring you about, and you're gonna miss all these shakeouts, right? So, right here we got this at the point of control exactly. I do want you guys to keep an eye on these shakeouts because BNB is it's BNB thing, right? But let's say if it broke into this is a shelf right here that I see. 833, right? If it broke underneath the 50, if BTC kept pulling back, we could see it come down to 833. If it got even lower, right, and it did, and obviously it broke past the 50 and it's coming lower, it could fill this gap. This gap, if you look, it's like looking exactly where this 200 moving average lines up. That's exactly at the round number of $800. Okay, that's exactly the round number of $800. We talk about it all the time, right? Where it's 5, 10, 15, 20, or it's 100, 150, 200, 300, just like that, right? So right now we're at this 850. If we fill this gap right here, long behold, we'll be exactly right by this 200 moving average where this price has a shelf at 800. It's a round number. So would I be surprised if we saw price go underneath there? Probably not. Would I be even surprised if I saw price go underneath that and come into this gap, bounce off this lower valley range of 780 and then go back up? I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't go into spaces and start telling everybody that altcoin season's over or to sell all your BNB. What I would possibly do is be like, hey, maybe you got another opportunity on this check to load up some more BNB. There's going to be a point that you're going to look back that you're going to be like, I wish I never really cared about the price, that I was indifferent to the price, and I knew that this was a level of adoption that I was never going to see before. So like that, every time I had an opportunity and I had some spare change underneath, in my couch, or I have some spare change underneath my car seat, I could just keep loading up nonstop, because there's going to be a point that the prices are not going to even matter, where you're like, I could have bought it at 800. The people like me who was trading BNB at $30 back in the day, when we are like, maybe not $50, but maybe $30. Ooh, $70, maybe $50 would be better. Is that any of that relevant? Should have never even cared what price BNB was at that time. Whether it was 33, 38, 50, 70, I should have not had any loss of thought or getting lost in some kind of thought pattern of trying to figure out all that stuff. And I should have just said BNB is the biggest exchange. It's how it's onboarding everybody. And I think that this coin will be always used for yeah. BNB is the transaction token 100%. 100%. And it's going to continue to be that. So maybe don't care so much about the price sometimes. You know, if you want to be like, you know, rub your hands together and be like, okay, I'm gonna wait for the. I like to, right? Load up on the dips because it just feels better. Let it come back. You know, let these prices come back, and we'll keep an eye on these prices. Now, like I said, if BTC turns around, starts pumping, whether the space hosts start telling you guys to sell everything or not, it doesn't even matter because if BTC turns right back around and starts pumping, we're going to have that market get very excited once again. So BNB prices, we're keeping an eye on the lower sides right now, right? I do see all-time highs, of course, but we're looking at that 800 and that lower value range. I'm always going to keep it straight with you guys. I'm always going to keep it straight with you guys. That's why you guys should be pulling up to this and sharing this on multiple platforms because, you know, out there's somebody paying for a bunch of bots to make your community think that they're the next big thing. And, you know, they're telling everybody 1 week is G'd it all so they can jump into their next play. Or 1 week they're saying, okay, never mind, it's all back on. I'm letting you guys know you're going to have opportunities to buy cheaper prices. But whether or not crypto is what's happening right now, that's not the case. That's not the case, right? Okay. Sprinkle that salt in my wound. That sting is the enemy leaving my body. I swear, bro. You gotta feel the sting sometimes, man. People gotta. It's okay, man. Pain is nothing but weakness leaving your body. You gotta feel it sometimes, man. That's the only way we learn. It's the only way we learn. We honestly like when you figure that out as a human. It's like you can really use that to your advantage, right? When you do something, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like physical pain or nothing like that, or you know, but if it stings, right, it doesn't feel good. It's like, man, I don't want to do that no more, right? I'm good on that. I don't want to do that. I don't like talking to myself in that type of demeanor when I mess up like that, you know, because a lot of the times the meanest person to yourself is you. Like, is it like people can say some things about you, and yeah, it could be mean and all that stuff, but man, nobody knows you like you, right? And when you mess up, boy, can we take ourselves through you know, through the ringer or whatnot and really be. So it's like you have to take these times and be like, you know what, I want to fix this thing because I want to be able to talk better to myself. I want to be able to do better. And if you have that kind of like goal set to achieve this and not just leave it kind of like in an autopilot where it's just happening automatically, you can really make some amazing things happen. You know, XPX is a great example of that, of what can be done with setting some goals. You know, not to say that your goals are not going to be tested. They most definitely are. I mean, if they're not being tested, they're probably not even goals set high enough. If you got goals and they're not being tested and you don't got to go through no trials and tribulations, maybe those goals are not set high enough. Maybe you got to readjust the goals and set them a lot higher. So let's set the goals over here on ETH and see where we're going. We got ETH doing this thing, obviously, right here at 47. It's come down. It's looking like it wants to fill this gap. Look at this gap right here. It could definitely fill this gap coming to this price. You know, we'll keep an eye on this 3,800. These moving averages, if they get across the upper valley range, is right here, 2,800. I'm not sure if we're going to see that, but if we broke past this section right here, these shelves, and trade it into this gap, that can most definitely happen. That's all going to be kind of contingent on like how BTC is moving, how the overall sentiment is moving. But here we go, Ethereum doing its thing. You know, looking like a first mouse gets to squeeze, second mouse gets to cheese, right? Coming into this gap. This is what it looks like. Man, it's so nice to see this. I want you guys to remember this little phrase because I'm telling you, I used to get faked out right there. I used to get faked out right there. I would get in a great short, boom, shorting it, making money. It starts turning around. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to take my profits away. I don't want to lose my profits. Let me get out of that. And that's that first mouse gets to squeeze. Squeeze is not bad. Getting a nice little squeeze. Okay, we got the squeeze, right? But the second mouse gets to cheese, and you can see this gap right here. Poop, this gap. This is where the second mouse where like if you were ever doing a trade and you're like, how come I did it just like before, but this time it's like it flew, like it gapped up or it gapped down so fast, and I started making money so much on it. You know, I got you know, one of these trades pop up out of it, 200 and something, you know, percent. It's when it falls in a gap, right? When it falls into these gaps, the second mouse got the cheese. That's what the second mouse getting the cheese looks like. First one gets the cheese. First one gets the squeeze. Second one gets the cheese. So if we see some more down pressure, the market's not as exciting as everybody wants it. You know, today's one of those days where we're shooting straight. I appreciate that, Profit Bear. Where we're keeping an eye on the downside, right? We could see a tap on the 200 moving average. That doesn't mean that that adoption is not happening. That doesn't mean that. Oh, here we go. Another one. Look at it. We're almost done. We're almost. That's it. We're almost done, fam. We're almost done for the states. Nevada's taking its time because the the casinos are probably having a fit. The casinos are trying to figure out how to try to get in the mix one way or another, right? But here we go, man. We got just a few four left, man. Wow, very very cool. Five left actually. So very cool. I mean, just getting more and more. That's what I'm saying. Although these dips happen, and then sometimes you got your special space hostess with a super botted account, and it's you know, telling you that because of this dip right here is that's it, it's done, or really it's just an opportunity. The bigger picture is that adoption is happening. Ethereum's not going to go nowhere. BNB is not going to go nowhere. BTC is not going to go nowhere. This 1 week old meme coin might go somewhere, but just because you got wrecked on it doesn't mean that you got to tell everybody that the market's over. The market's not over. It's like saying the internet would be over. It's not over. This thing is the future, okay, man? So super cool, man. Let's see. So we got this right here. 4,200 coming into the gap. Could come down into this section right here. 4,000, the round number. Look at that. Right at the 4,000 mark, it's the 200 moving average and a slight little shelf inside of this gap. And there goes that round number, right? Coming down to these round numbers. So we'll keep an eye on these prices for ETH as well. Let's go to XRP next, and then we'll go to Solana, and then we'll go to XPX. Got a lot of work to do after this live stream, fam. That's why we've been doing a lot of earlier streams and honestly just taking care of a lot of things. There's a lot of moving parts going on in the background. There's going to be some lower fees coming for those who want that option on some cards. There's some massive API upgrades going on right now. So you guys definitely stay tuned. So definitely working overtime on the dev side right now. We have to put the YouTube on a chill mode for a second because it was just like getting all the Cardano people that I met, having all these phone call meetings. I've been having Joseph, if you're listening, I'm not sure if you're listening, brother, but I got to mention you've been having amazing meetings and talks with Joseph. We've been literally on calls like schoolgirls. Not sure why we say like schoolgirls, but because I think I remember using the phone a lot too when we all could. But let's say like school kids back in the day, right? We've been on the phone for like at least like an hour and 30 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, just talking about what he has going on for the Cardano network and how we're going to be plugging XPX into a lot of things that he's doing. He is massive, fam. So there's a lot of moving parts going on. There's more partnerships with projects getting listed on XPays X, on Just Shop Crypto, which I'm very excited about. There's a lot of moving parts. So yeah, we've been doing a lot of the dev stuff in the back end the last few days, which is super exciting because I don't. The markets don't really scare me. I'll just trade on the side while I'm doing everything else. I'll just be doing this. But this is the part to be building, man. And we got some super cool things going on for XPays X that I don't want you guys to miss out. If you guys could share this live stream, also if you guys can write an email to YouTube and be like, hey, because I've been getting DMs and people like, I never get my notifications anymore. I sent them an email. How far that email is gonna go, I don't know. But maybe we'll make a thread on Reddit or something. Or I don't know, we'll get a bunch of people because I've been getting so many people telling me that I don't get my notifications when you go live. And it's like, bro, bruh, right? The new trends, man. They get man, they stick to us, man. All right, let's go to XRP, fam. Welcome in those who are just pulling up. I see the stream picking up a little bit. You guys must be sharing the links everywhere. Post it in your Telegram group. Post it in your Discord. I mean, take a break from a GIF or two and just post this instead, man. Those GIFs don't pump the chart. Put this up in here. Let's get everybody excited. Making sure that if anybody's having a little bit of fear, uncertainty, or doubt, right? It's not always somebody fudding your bag. Sometimes there's just fear in the market. Sometimes there's some uncertainty in the market. There's some doubt in the market. It doesn't take anybody to fudge your bag, and you can get all creative in your head, especially if you get a good dose of your spaces too much, and it gets very bearish in there, right? All right, so here we go. XRP. Giving some good prices. We talked about this, that leg up, the sell signal, and XRP didn't it tried to move up with the rest of the market, but it didn't move up as like it didn't go up like how BTC started to turn right back around right away. And what's crazy is like we talked about these prices right here that I wanted you guys to pay attention to, this upper valley range. We do got a green candle printing right here. It could flicker green and it could be a nice little bounce, right? From all this action from before, all these tops. Let's clean this up for a second. Now I'll show you guys what's up. My eyes have been seeing it so long that I just look right through it. I expect everybody to see through all that noise, right? But all these tops right over here, you notice these guys? If you just look backwards, it's so crazy. Like, and that's what's going on. That's why this volume profile, you should have it. If you look at this volume profile, it's really matching up to all these tops. It's not picture perfect. It's always like a little bit off, but if you look, boop, boop, hitting these spots right here, and this is that these prior resistance that are now becoming future support, right? So if we can make a support right here and we can get a buy signal, that's when we start adding our buy signals. We add a buy signal right here with the blunt house, bada bing, bada boom. We get some crosses on the bottom from the parabolic SAR off of the upper value range. You get a bounce, and the thing turns bullish on us, right? Now, if it doesn't turn bullish, what's up, Kenji? The only doubt in the market is the Yay Rug token, bro. I mean, I'm blown away by how much people like getting rugged. It's almost funny to me at this point, and they keep broing each other, or whatever it is, and they just keep rugging each other. It's not even new money. I don't know if you guys understand that. You guys are literally getting your money rugged from like the same people over and over. Oh my God, it's not even, you're not even finding a new rug. That's what's crazy. It's just the same people rugging you with a new picture. Like, it's just wild. But I guess, like, if it's that much fun to get rugged, then I mean, rug on, man. I mean, it is to be fun, right? It is pump fun. It is to be a meme coin, right? It's like, that's what it's meant to do. But for me, like, that's why I love I like Kendu. That's why I like Jesus coin as well, because you got to have communities. Like those rugs that happen so fast and go, man. It sucks because there's no like holding on to that, right, man? So, well, anyways, this is what they like to do. People sold their bags to get rugged. Crazy, bro. That's what they do. They literally go and it's just that retail has not come in. So where is this rug money coming from? And that's why your buying power is getting thinner and thinner and thinner, because the same people keep getting you to chase the next liquidity pool, and then you go chase the next liquidity pool. And you were trading with 10K before, now you're trading with 8,000, then you're trading with 7,000, then you're trading with 4,000. Then you're getting more desperate, right? You only got so many Solana. It's like, yeah, well, somebody else's phantom wallet's getting fatter and fatter and fatter. You keep donating to their to what they got going on, to their future riches. You should just go buy them the boat right now. Honestly, just go buy them the yacht, go buy them the Rolex or something. Just go send it to them, or send it to me, or I don't know, because that's what's just gonna keep happening. Now we got some meme coins. I got the Husky community up here. You want to look for meme coins that have a community. You want to look for something that's just not like this. And I would personally, like, when it comes to the rugging and stuff and all that stuff, like, I've tried and I do it every once in a while where like I want to like jump in a quick play on Solana, but I'm more of a futures trader because I'm more in control of that. I know it's not going to rug, but what's interesting is like you better have a separate wallet just for that. Don't have that in your same wallet where you start cycling your other positions into trying to chase the next shiny thing. Like, you have to break out of the rat race. The rat race will have you chasing the next shiny thing nonstop. If you have like, those endorphins hitting, you're like, oh my God, the same people who rugged me are talking about another play. They're definitely not going to do it again. Oh my God, here we go. $2.88 on XRP. If we saw some lower prices, I want the XRP people to sell their cars. No, I'm joking. It's not financial advice. I was like, I just want you guys to load up, because XRP is here to stay, fam. Okay, XRP is here to stay. Load up on your XRP. Keep loading up. Hold your main bags, fam. You're in a great place, and I don't want you. You will either live through the pain of discipline, or you will live through the pain of regret. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. You don't want to look back 5 years from now, 10 years from now, the next halving, this next halving over here, and say, well, I spent all my time getting rugged and I did nothing, and I'm starting from scratch. I'm starting from zero. I went through this whole section right here just to only start from zero right here. If you do not want to start from zero right here, smash the like button. Hit all notifications. For whatever reason, doesn't even work on YouTube, but I guess I'll keep saying it just to see if maybe it'll start working YouTube, or maybe it won't. But anyways, we're going to keep doing what we got to do over here. And if you guys want to make sure that you don't mess this up, man, lock in, fam. Lock in. Don't fumble your main bags. Don't cheat your plays that are actually building, or your plays that actually have a community, just to go chase the next shiny thing, because you're going to get wrecked. And then that halving happens again, and you're going to be like, man, I'm still in my Toyota Camry. And nothing against a Toyota Camry. I love a Toyota Camry. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. Solid car. I've owned one. I had one for a long time. Solid car, 2012 model. That thing drove across the country. It was amazing, right? But yeah, if you want to upgrade it, time to lock in right now. Time to lock in. So we might be seeing some cheaper prices on XRP, but nothing to be too concerned about. Just some more opportunities for you guys to get more XRP at a cheaper price, fam. That's all that really comes down to that. Let's go to Solana. And don't worry, because this happened last bull run. This is nothing against like rugs or nothing. This happened last bull run with BSC, fam. Okay, like BNB, there was nothing but rugs on there as well. There was a ton of rugs on there, right? And did anybody learn what they do? They could have just held all that BNB. That last bull run, BNB was like $200 and something. I remember it was like two something. It would go up to like 400, almost $500, something like that, right? And everybody spent all their BNB at that was $200 and something the last bull run, getting rugged on BSC. And if they would have just bought more BNB and bought more BNB and bought more BNB, their BNB would be worth a lot more today. But hey, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Here we go. We got Solana right now. The Solana. Man, the stream is picking up, man. You guys definitely sharing this. We're at 130. Let's get the numbers higher. And these are all organic numbers. I mean, we can fluff up the numbers like your guys' favorite spaces if I wanted to. If you guys want me to do that so you guys feel more comfortable, even though you guys know the spaces are fluffed up with numbers, but if that makes you feel more, cozy, I could do that as well for you guys. I mean, it's nothing. You guys know what it is. I'm sure you guys know by now. But for some reason, it hits hard for you guys. It hits hard, fluffing up the numbers and I don't know. I think we're calling stuff out today. Oh my God. We got a sell signal on Solana right now. Keep an eye on this right here. We got this section right here. 183, breaking this 50 moving average, breaking the 200 moving average. I would see Solana coming to this point of control of 147, 150. Are we going to see Solana come down to 126? I'm not sure. BTC is going to be the player that lets us know what's going to go on. If BTC starts coming down to this 200 moving average, we're going to see everybody takes a nice little breather as well, right? We're going to see everything take a nice little breather, but we could be seeing, the way BTC is looking, it could be, this green candle about to print a green one. It could be bouncing off the prior resistance, future support, turning right back around. And then we can see where Solana would essentially bounce off this 50 moving average, start going back into the 200s. We're definitely going to be seeing Solana go into higher all-time highs, fam. You're still very early into accumulating Solana. If you just accumulate it, you're going to do really good at some point. Solana is going to take BNB's old place of fluctuating between $200 and something and $500, right? BNB is going to take Ethereum's old place of fluctuating between, $800, $1,200, $2,000, like where ETH used to be. And ETH is going to take BTC's old school prices when it used to go up to 12,000, come down to 8,000, go back up to 10,000, come down to 4,500, then go back up to 10,000. And we're playing musical chairs right now and things are just moving around. So Solana right now looking good. We're looking at the lows. We're looking at potential risk today with the markets pulling back more than upside, fam. If you can tell by the way that we're looking at the charts today compared to when we're looking at the charts for upside potential, today's one of those days that we're looking, hey, how low can it go? How low can it go? And these are some of the prices that it can go because we are in a bit of a downtrend right now. So these are the prices that we look at coming down to this, 160. The point of control right here is 150. I would keep an eye on that. 150 could be where you start getting in, or you wait for the lower volume profile and get in at 120 something, right? We'll see how the overall market changes and how it moves, regardless of the fact you're living right here. Unbelievable the opportunity that we get to have sharing this right now. And I think that this is the most important time of this phase right here. This is my calendar right here. I really don't, this is how I live now. My life is 4-year cycles now compared to like every month by month and day by day. I'm a crypto Degen. I'm like, I work full time in crypto. This is what my calendar looks like. I got a 4 year cycle calendar. This is how it works. And right now we're all looking pretty good. We got tested for sure when it first went into the green, came back down into the blue. We're back in the green, baby. And I want to let you guys know, I still am a firm believer that we'll see $250,000 BTC, more adoption happening like on steroids, more of the markets pumping overall. And even if we want to play devil's advocate, and it did absolutely nothing and consolidated nonstop and stood in the green, the cheapest BTC right here is 338,000. Let's say we play devil's advocate. We send it even a little bit lower. We're going really low. It comes down into the blue and goes all the way to this section and just consolidate, does absolutely nothing. The cheapest BTC is 182,000. So what is the cheapest Ethereum going to be if it just slowly moved up? Because the markets move up. They might look like they're moving sideways to you, but it's like the S&P 500. It slowly moves up and up and up and up and up and up. List long-term long. Oh, yeah. So what is the cheapest ETH going to be at BTC at 182,000? What is the cheapest BNB going to be at 182,000 BTC? What is the cheapest X pays X token going to be when BTC? All you got to do is hold your bag. A lot of people, the majority of people holding X pays X, I'm letting you guys know. I know that utility plays take a little bit of time, but if you can just trust the process, let these markets come to us and let it happen, I promise you guys, well, this stuff happens. There's no way we stay at any cheap prices and we don't see some millionaires in our project and BTC's at $182,000. The price of BNB is going to be a lot higher. The price of everything's going to be a lot higher. And that's if the markets not only just consolidate, but they actually dip and just do nothing. That's not going to happen. The markets are going to do something. There's going to be more adoption happening, and I really believe that we're in a super cycle. I think we'll look back and we'll be like, man, dude was telling, he was saying it when people didn't even want him to say it. Because I've said super cycle in some spaces, and people act like if I said, what was Candyman? When you used to remember as a kid, you'll say Candyman in the bathroom in school. They'll turn off. You gotta wait till the sensors let all the lights go off, and then you gotta say or La Llorona for the Spanish people, right? You just don't worry about it. You're gonna win, man. You're gonna win. Let's go to XPX right now. Let's have some fun over here. We got, man, the asset backing is absolutely amazing. Let's refresh this. Nothing new when I'm live. You got to find a Jeet right away. 15 minutes ago, say, "Hey, Rico's live. Let me Jeet $400 while he's live." You don't even know the buy that's about to come onto the chart. So I'm glad you're out the way because there's some projects that are about to list. It's going to be looking really good, but nothing new over here. Say, "Hey, while we're live, let's Jeet." So like that, there's a sell one. It's like the same. The mentality is wild. But anyways, we've been buying it up nonstop. Let me show you guys a beautiful chart. Somebody price that Jeet out that waits. If you guys see a Jeet wait for me to go live to sell, like, can somebody price him out? Can somebody wipe a Jeet tier? I mean, it's $400. I mean, let's just wipe a Jeet tier. The breakouts, it's gonna happen regardless. This is gonna happen regardless. I'm gonna post this link for you guys right here. We're headed in the right direction. The asset backing alone is powerful. Somebody wipe that Jeet's tiers. If somebody in here, wipe the Jeet tiers right there. There goes the contract address. And this is something that's happening as, there's trading and stuff. We got tokenomics that makes the liquidity stronger, pays the stakers, but also makes this baseline price continue to go up right here. This is what you guys see on the bottom on this baseline price on XPX right here that just keeps going up no matter what. They just paid us for that to go up. And right now that's going to be locked in no matter what. They pay all the stakers. They pay the liquidity pool. They pay the asset backing. We're at 58.2 BNB. A lot of projects that are launching are probably never going to even have this just sitting on the side. This is most projects' liquidity pool. So they're not going to even have this where they just have like an immense amount of asset backing, which is this amount. I bet some projects probably drool over that because they wish they can touch it. But honestly, this is for anybody that comes over here to XPayX and you guys have XPX tokens. You guys can actually take a loan out against your XPX tokens and use them in the real world, right? How are you guys going to use them? Well, let me get into XPX and what it's all about. For those who are just tuning in, I'm the developer of XPX. We got an amazing team. It's Ali, David, Marlon. Me, Ali, David, and Marlon, and a amazing community, fam. Come over here to XPX. Come over here and order your guys' card. If you're an individual that wants to off-ramp 70 different cryptocurrencies on multiple blockchains, you guys come over here to xpxpay.com. and order your guys' card. Let me come over here to Crypto Bill Pay. There's actually going to be a lot of updates. I got a lot of work to do after this live stream, some meetings to jump into, and you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about in the coming weeks. So some more upgrades coming, some more updates for sure. Come over here and check this out right here. Come order your card, your gold card, your plastic card, tap to pay feature, or pay your bills from non-KYC. Oops. And also get your gift cards, non-KYC gift cards. Select your country, get your gift card. Use these wherever you guys like. Online purchasing, real life purchasing. I tested them out in real life. You guys can use this. Go to Olive Garden. You guys can still use the gift cards in real life. I tested it out. Whatever's on there that you guys can find, whether you guys use it online or in real life, you guys can use these gift cards. So really, really bullish to let everybody use these non-KYC gift cards. I think is really bullish for people to have access to their cryptocurrency. If you're an individual and you're out here printing and you're rugging everybody and you're making a lot of money, you probably want to use some of that. If you're out here and you're hitting on the next biggest meme coin and you're making a lot of money, you probably want to use that, right? If your metaverse went fantastically well and everybody's in the metaverse having a good time, you're probably going to want to use that, right? Dude said, what's happening? What's up, man? What's up? If you guys want to use that, definitely use that, right? If you're a business and you want to use this, definitely use this. We already have multiple businesses using this. We have multiple projects using this, and we have over 6 figures in paid orders, fam. This thing's only climbing, only getting stronger. And shout out to Joseph, who I've been talking to, that I met at the Rare Evo event. There's going to be some big things coming in the future. This is more of a 2026 thing, but Q4 there possibly could be some announcements. But this could be XPX tapping into an industry that is over $4 billion industry, which is super bullish for us. We met the right people at the Cardano event that was at the Rare. It was the Rare Evo event, but it was a little side mission. If you got the VIP passes, you got to go to the Top Golf and hang out with all the builders in Cardano. And the builders in Cardano are really serious. This is why we got the Husky hat. We're going to be talking about them as well. Some of them are big holders of the Husky token. Some of the people that I've been talking to and doing some of these calls with. So I don't want you guys to miss out. This is much more than just, okay, I like this project, and yeah, it's at $1.5 million market cap or 1.4, whatever. Somebody wipe the Jeets tier for me if you guys can. There's somebody in here that can wipe the Jeets tier. Somebody can for sure. But this is much more. Like the adoption that's going to happen around XPX is going to be really massive, and we're going to be able to use all of that adoption to go into the chart. So, a lot of people take this chart for granted, honestly. Like, these prices are absolutely taken for granted. The amount of tech, the amount of resources, the amount of connections, there's going to come a point in time where people are like, I can't believe that I saw this guy and I pulled up to his channel all the time and I either cheated on him or cheated on the project, and all he did was, like, you have to be able to invest into the consistency of what's being built, fam. It's not always about the chart, but to each his own. Like, there will be a humble pie served up tremendously on XPX, especially for the Jeets that keep, dropping their bags, essentially, because no matter what, this is going to be, I'm here to stay, fam. XPX, you're going to see us here in this halving. This next part, you're going to see us here. This part, you're going to see us here. And the level of adoption that's going to continue to happen, you're going to wish that you just accumulated a bag so you can not only do something good for yourself, but for your family. A lot of people in crypto, that's why you keep getting wrecked so much, is because all you do is think about you, and you're thinking about the little bag, and your bag, you're not going to hit $1 million in your wallet. Your MetaMask or your thing is not going to say $1 million because you keep cheating at 5K. You keep cheating at 20K. You have to be able to have $500,000 in your wallet. You have to. He said, I came for some pie. You got me. Oh my God. Here are the tissues for the G. Man, I'm telling you, it's crazy. But you know what? What's crazy is, like, the level of adoption that's happening with XPX, there's going to be a moment where, like, people just wish that they accumulated, because this project has the potential not only to do good for you, but for others. You have to be able to look at 500K in your wallet and you say, oh, I want this to be my $1 million bag. Can you look at 500K and not touch it? Can you look? Can you do that? And that's the thing. I need you guys to understand that Rico, Ali, David, Marlon, those bags are parked for a reason. Do as your devs do. Those, the bags are parked. Why? Because we already know that we are sitting on $1 million bags. The thing is that some people get caught up in the space and they get lost in the sauce where they start using the way they look at this, they look at that. You have to look at everything accordingly to what it is. And this is a project for you guys to not miss out on. Building nonstop, gold cards around the world, plastic cards around the world, non-KYC payments around the world, non-KYC gift cards around the world, individuals using their cards around the world, businesses accepting cryptocurrency, businesses now allowed to do the payroll feature, which this is going to be massive for RWA projects to allow them to do revenue share. If you're in an RWA project, they're going to be doing revenue share. How are they going to do the revenue share? How? Are they going to send each one by one on the blockchain? Or do they want to use a payroll feature through XPX Pay and do that all at once? That's up to them. That's up to them, right? So do not miss out on this. Don't be the person that waits for me to go live to cheat their bag. I mean, come on. Come on. Don't let the asset backing get to 100K in BNB. You know what it's going to look like when BNB 2X's from here? I'm parked, buddy. Emergency brake is on. That's what we got. I know for a fact that there are millionaires inside of XPayX right now in the making. And why? Because I hold the bag just like you guys. I accumulated a bag just like you guys. And I won't stop till these bags are more than 7 figures. I'm done with the thousandaire stuff. I don't know how many of you guys love being a thousandaire. And it's nice being a thousandaire. Nothing wrong with being a healthy thousandaire. It's really, I mean, you can live a good life being a thousandaire. But man, I mean, let's just be millionaires already. How about that? How about we just go into the millionaire status already? But you got to work. I've worked for jobs for some jobs 5 years straight, you know, some jobs 3 years, or like just been at jobs for a long time. And it's like in crypto, people want to become a millionaire into 6 months because they hear all these stories, or they want to do it in 1 year. It's like, have you not given a job like the great portion of your life, and they have not done anything to get you close to becoming a millionaire, or to flipping them off and say I quit? Right? It's like they have not done anything. I will do my best. I'm telling you guys, this is going to happen. So if you want to get your millionaire status, right now is a great time to load up on XPX, because the dev team is holding a bag just like you guys. We're not just dumping tokens and living off of XPX. I have not sold not one single token, not one single XPX. Are you crazy? It's 17% is burned. I know what I'm building. I know where I'm going, what's going on with this project. We're all sitting on $1 million bags. Don't miss out. Let's go to the X account, and then we're going to keep it moving. We're going to talk about Huskies, and we're going to talk about some other crypto plays for you guys. I guess we'll go into this as well really quick for you guys for BYDFi. You guys want to check this out. You guys want to print, you know, on these days off that I took off of streaming. I was just printing and working on the back end for XPX, fam. Talking to Joseph for some hours. You know, when XPX breaks into this $4 billion industry, you guys are going to see. You guys... I flipped the job after not breaking the glass ceiling. Man, we have to, man. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit saucy with the situation, man. Sometimes you kicking up dust is a must, right? And so yeah, the last couple days, no stream, but this is what's been going on. If you guys look, these are all different trades, different price points, different entries. You guys can do this. If you guys want to learn how to do this, stay subscribed to the channel. You guys, I trade on futures. I don't trade the other stuff. On my conviction plays, I just hold that. I'm not trying to become a Rain Man on, DeFi. I trade futures to do that. Now, if you guys want to learn how to trade futures, DM me. Let me know. We can set you up. Get this going. Come over here to BYDFi, where you guys can go ahead and get your trading on over here. I've been trading this one. Swarm was a good one to trade for a little bit. But now CFX is the one that I actually love to trade because the liquidity is there and it's fun. It's fun to trade it. And the minute it breaks all the moving averages, and it's not always guaranteed. You see this? It broke the moving averages and came back down. But you'll see when all the moving averages actually cross over as well, that we'll have something really pretty happen. Something like this part right here. You know, this is a nice little trade from right here to here, from right here to here. I traded all these. These are all these trades that I'll do. Even short trades the same way. It's just the same thing, but a mirror effect, right here, this way to there, from here to there, from here to there, from this section to there. And I'm waiting right now for a brutal long because I know the market's shaking everybody out, and I'm just gonna snatch up I don't know, I don't advise everybody to do as much as I do because it's a crazy amount, but that's how we make those trades happen, and then we buy that chart right back up. I just open a new MetaMask wallet and buy more XPX because yeah, I'm bullish on the project that I know is going to go to the moon. So if you guys want to be able to print and do that, come over to BYDFi, use my referral link right here. I'll share this with you guys right here. Boom, share that right there. Boom, there you guys go. Check that out right there. Use that link and trade on BYDFi and print with me because we definitely can. You could do it daily. I mean, it's up to you. This event right here, oh my God, this event was epic for XPX. This event right here, the Rare Evo event, absolutely amazing. But that VIP pass that got us into this Top Golf, open bar and having fun and playing golf and talking business. Like, I'm going to go linger around Top Golf and just shoot golf there and see what else we find over there. Because this right here is one of the reasons why, these last couple of days that I took off from streaming, I've been talking to people to get XPX into a $4 billion industry, fam. While everybody's focused on rugging each other into space, I'm making sure that we not only stay in DeFi, but we're getting ready to go into the real world, fam. That's what's going to happen. So if you guys want to learn more about what we got going on over here, let me come to this X account over here. Let's check on BSC Gems. They were supposed to be making another post for us as well. You guys come give us a follow at XPX Token. We're going to be having some more giveaways going on as well, especially with Just Shop Crypto going on. So speaking of Just Shop, there's so much with XPX now that we got to cover so much. Come over here, buy some merch right now. If you guys buy any of the CBC merch, take a picture of it, post it. We reimburse that with you guys. So if you guys buy a shirt, a hat, or a coffee mug, let me know. Make a post on it on X, just like the Kendu Chads are doing. And then we're going to reimburse you with some XPX or Kendu. And we're creating the catalyst. So instead of just sitting around, this is a great way to get involved into crypto and have some fun and get Zach Humphreys to tag you. And we create some of this catalyst. Come over here and check us out. Buy some XPX merch as well. Load up on that and make some pictures with that XPX merch, fam. All right. Let's go into the next stuff. Let me check BSC Gems alert. They're supposed to be making a post on us. There's still marketing still going on for us, so keep your guys' eyes peeled. There should be another post coming soon from this one. So I don't see it. So there should be another post coming soon from this one. You guys will see another post from the BSC Gems alert. Man, we got this one. Still got a few, probably like 4 or 5 more posts to go. I just wanted to make sure that while BNB was hot and we saw BNB pumping to all-time high, isn't it cool that we've been doing this BNB marketing kind of like right before BNB started going into these all-time highs because we already seen it. And we saw that dip, we were like, hey, we're not going to buy into that. So, man, come over here, rate all of BSC Gems alert stuff. Let them know. Just rate all of their stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. People are always watching this. So if you're part of XSpace X or you're a BNB project, raid the heck out of these posts on a regular basis. Spam it, if anything, and get tapped in. If you're new to the channel, let me post this right here. This is the project. Like I said, I launched with an amazing team. We're currently sitting at a great market cap. Go check us out, man. Let's go into the next play. We're going to go into Huskies right here, man. This one's another play right here from the Cardano network. As you guys can tell, I'm rocking their merch. They got a very healthy chart. I'm going to show you guys the decks that you guys can actually use. Is actually on their website to use their decks to be able to get some of this. But these are a lot of the people that I met at that Cardano event. So shout out to all the Cardano people that really rocked with me. And these guys are builders, and they are very, very well connected and are really good at getting funding for a lot of things. So shout out to the Husky people. Shout out for the hat. You guys see me rocking it over here, man. For sure, the premier low quality Dogo meme coin. This is right here. Simple. Husky is a meme coin with no intrinsic value or expectation of financial return. It has no formal team or roadmap, and the token is offered solely for entertainment purposes. That gives me those Pepe vibes, man. When Pepe said that, it was crazy. It was like, we're not promising anything. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. And it's just going to, and look, this thing ran up and they had a massive community. I know a lot of people got to print off of this, and it consolidated for quite a bit, and out of nowhere, just pumped up so hard all the way up to 78 million, and now it's come down to 10 million. Go figure that. Even on Cardano, that's how you know it's the same people, man. The same people know the same recipe. The no way, the same market caps. Oh my god, it's so crazy we get to do this. Even on Cardano, fam. No way. I can't wait for XPX to do that. That's going to be the biggest humble pie served up. When we break 10 million and you G to XPX, sheesh. That's the BetterHelp scenario right there. You're definitely going to need BetterHelp. Promo code Rico /Rico at BetterHelp for 10% off after we break $10 million market cap for consultation, because it's going to sting to know that you can been loading up. Here goes this one right here. Of course, the same thing as always. The G to G breaks 10 million, goes a little bit higher, has some pullback action. Man, let's go into the lower time frames. We'll talk about this meme coin, but this to me always fascinates me. This is the most, this right here, and the way that anybody can do this. It doesn't matter you're a Cardano, it doesn't matter you're XRP. All you have to do is break these market caps. That's all you have to do. Hold until you break these market caps. Hold until you break these market. If you don't, then you get humble pie. That's all it is. Because everybody who G'd it before this, they were wrong. They're wrong. And look at this. I mean, how is this possible? Exactly. It doesn't even, look at this. Exactly the same stuff, the same prices we talk about. Fam, you have to be able to say, what is up with this? Why is he always being able to show us, whether it's on Solana, whether it's a dog, whether it's a cat, whether it's a frog, blah, blah, blah. $5 million market cap, you break it, you consolidate on this. XPX, if you're listening, we break $5 million market cap. It's right there for us. We're not that far away, fam. We're not that far away. I want to show you guys. We're on Cardano. It doesn't even matter. Break 5 million, consolidate. All the people who thought that was done at 5 million, let them rub it in their face. And then the minute you break 10, it changes. The market makers come in. You see how when it first broke the 5 million, it still wasn't as crazy active. It broke 5 million, and yeah, it was active. It wasn't going too crazy. But look at how when it broke to 10 million, how much more active this thing got. And that's what happens for anybody. For anybody. It doesn't matter if you're a dog, a cat, utility play, gorilla, FEG token, Volt token, XPX token. If you break certain market caps and you break these psychological barriers, you get to go higher. The market doesn't care whether you pick the cool snake. The market doesn't care whether you pick the cool dog. The market cares if your team and project and your community has conviction, has diamond hands. Diamond hands would have never been a thing if people didn't see how valuable it was. A lot of that diamond hand stuff, the last bull run, it was easy for people to do because gas fees were so high. ETH gas fees were so high that before, if you went in and out on a trade, it would have cost you anywhere from $400 to $1,000. So you would have to better been up in profit for a good amount before you can make that trade on Ethereum, because, it was expensive. But what that did was let projects pump. A lot of people say, oh man, I hate ETH gas fees. I hate gas fees being high. But they forget that a lot of the reason, and I know because I was part of Shinobi at a super low market cap, it was one of the reasons if it was not for hitting so good on Shinobi and FEG token during the last bull run, the bear market would have been brutal for me. They would have been extremely brutal. But because I got into two projects that went into $1 billion market caps, I got to, the bear market was rough, but I got to survive being in crypto, and I got to understand that I needed to build something in crypto, right? And Shinobi is no longer here with us, and that was $1 billion project. But what happened during that time, even with like FEG token, what happened was ETH fees were so expensive that people were not selling. Of course they were not selling because they would have to wait for it to pump up a lot higher before it would even be lucrative for them to sell. And then, with lower gas fees is what we have today. It's changed. But if you're a project listening right now, if your project has not broke 5 million, has not broke 10 million, just let it do that. Keep grinding till that happens, because there's a bigger bag waiting for you right around the corner. When we break $10 million market caps, XPX starts to print millionaires into this section up there, which is crazy to think about. We start to print millionaires at $100 million market cap. I mean, we change people's lives. Not we change a generation's life, and that's what's gonna happen. So just know that some people right here in this husky, they did it. When this thing pumped up to 79 million, they did it. And this is what they did. They broke the 5. They broke the 10. Their dog didn't bark any different than any of the other dogs. They didn't do. This is what you guys have to pay attention. They broke 20, and people were diamond handy, and this is how it goes so high like this. Now, granted, it's come back, but this is where you might want to look at a play after it comes back after that massive breakout. Say, okay, this is where I want to look at it. Now it's at, it came and bounced off the $10 million market cap. Not surprised there. And going right back up. We'll go to Jesus Coin next, and Ken do as well. And I think it's important for the Jesus Coin community to pull up, the Kendu community to pull up, because this is what we're talking about. When you guys can get back into these ranges, it starts to pump right back up. Here it goes. Even FEG token should pull up because, look at how you can go through this pullback, and then you bounce on a market cap that everybody cares about, and you get back up and you start having this bullish momentum. This is where this husky needs to pump higher. This is a meme coin on Cardano, fam. And these people are very well connected. Very well connected. When you guys see what we're doing with XPX and tapping into a $4 billion industry, you guys will be like, okay, I think people are sleeping on the Cardano community as far as how well connected they are. Yeah, they're super well connected. It's not just a bunch of degens and stuff. Like they're Cardano holders from people that don't have to touch their Cardano, that they bought Cardano underneath 50 cents, and they're good. They're extra good. They're living really good. Trust me. I got to see some glimpses of it. So we're a part of that now. That's why we got that husky hat on. We've seen them at the Cardano event. This is a project I want you guys to pay attention to from now on. This is a solid play. $20 million market cap. If you have some Cardano and you're like, hey, I need some exposure to Cardano, I want to be able to do some Cardano, come over to their website, right? And then what you're going to do is click on this, and this is where you're able to trade on Cardano. This fetched by Husky, okay? And you click this and it'll pop up and it'll look just like this. And then you guys can trade your ADA for some Husky. And I would accumulate some of this Husky. This is a meme coin that I would potentially look at. SNEC was another one that I actually called super early. Go check the receipts, fam. SNEC was one that I called super early. I actually sold it a little bit too early, but that's okay. That's part of the space, right? I think there was like a dip. It pumped up. I didn't know it was going to go to 600 or something. But SNEC is also connected to a lot of big people in the space. You guys don't want to miss out on this play as well. Some of the people that we're talking to for XPX, because this is their IP, I don't want to give too much alpha away, fam. I don't want to give too much alpha away. But we're going to have exposure to this because XPX off-ramps Cardano. And if you guys go look and do some of your homework on what these guys and people are doing, you're going to see that people are actually building over there to do some things. And SNEC, man, I don't want to give the SNEC alpha away, but we're connected. I'll say that. This stuff might be 2026, honestly, fam, but we are moving the ball along. I've already signed some NDAs to not be able to say some things as far as some other things that for sure I won't say, but I'll ask if I can say about some of the stuff with the SNEC stuff, but we'll keep it wrapped up for now. We'll keep it wrapped up. It's just that I get so excited, I get pumped up on the market. I like seeing all this stuff to come together. I like seeing builders come together, and people want stuff to happen overnight. But I already know these things take time, fam. They take time to build up and to actually make these things actually happen at this level. It takes teams, it takes partners, it takes NDAs. Contracts, roadmaps and ideas to come together. So it takes time. But what's nice is it's with very serious people that are very well connected. I want you guys to keep an eye on this Husky token. If you guys can join their community, let them know that Rico sent you guys over. Pay attention to this one and also pay attention to SNEC. There's some massive things coming on, especially if you're part of like XPX. Just keep an eye on them. Just what's going on, because we're about to be getting a lot of exposure to the Cardano network. Another group that we got really close to and shook some hands was this one right here. You guys might know this one. World Mobile. They handle a lot of the eSIMs around the world when it comes to what they got going on. Yep, if you want things done right, it takes time and work. It sure does, bro. If you guys come check this one out, we shook a lot of hands with them as well. We're really close to with these people as well. Pretty bullish what they got, and you guys don't want to miss out, right? So we're talking to the right people that we're supposed to be talking to, and they got those eSIMs and cell phone networks, man. Cell phone networks is huge. This is going to be a big thing in the future, so we're making sure that we're staying very relevant, and we talk to all these people that provide these eSIMs for some cell phones and things like that in the future. You guys definitely stay connected. Definitely stay connected. So Husky is the play for today for you guys. This is just a meme coin on the Cardano network. I want you guys to keep an eye on. Do not sleep on this one. Solid play right here. Solid community, Cardano community, and they got some nice merch as well. Maybe we'll see their merch over on Just Shop Crypto as well in the future. And more and more projects are going to be coming. So don't cheat your bags, fam. Do not cheat your XPX bags, because a lot of that is just going to go into the chart. You're going to see that you're going to want to hold it. So Husky is that new dog in town, and we're rocking the merch, letting everybody know what's up, man. Super bullish on you guys right now. Let's go take a peek at CFX together, because I'm not sure if you guys are trading futures with me, but I want you guys to look at this together, because I'm getting ready, to do this trade, and you guys see me printing the last couple days, and I want you guys to print with me, right? I'm not saying that you guys do exactly what I do. None of this is financial advice, but I trade a lot in this 15-minute chart, and this is the lower value range. We got support. It's holding. And then we got a green candle, this 15-minute chart, man. I like when these things break and then they ride right back up. You can print on this one. So wait calmly, patiently for your signals, right? The cross on the bottom of your buy signal. Lower the time frames to see exactly what's going on. Say, okay. You see, this is why I want to bring this up, because I was like, okay, we're having some action right here. And if it breaks above this 200 moving average, we start filling this gap. We start filling the next gap. Look at this point of control right here at 1890. Oh my God, that's one of those massive trades. I'm actually opening my phone up right now, because we might have to turn on the printer again. Nothing wrong with turning on the printer, fam. Nothing wrong with turning on the printer. I'll take a screenshot of that and show you guys later. What's up, Saphir? Welcome in, bro. Got ourselves a solid stream. So this is what I like to see. You see this? But if it can break above the 200 and then this 15-minute candle is showing some buy signals, this is probably that next rally up here. And man, can you print off of these? It's so much fun to print off of these. And when you print off of these, you see some massive gains like this, 71%. These are all different trades, fam. I'm indifferent to price. If you look at this 71% trade, this is not the same trade from this 52%. The entry right here was 17,870. This entry was a whole different entry. I'm indifferent to price. I don't care what the price is at. If the signals tell me it's time to go, it's time to shoot, I shoot. Look at all these trades. These are different entry prices. 16,780. Now I could have just held from this and rode it all the way up to this, and it would have been 400 and some percent. But I'm just trading the chart. I'm a technical trader. When it's time to get out, I'm out. That's it. I print some more, and then I put it on some more XPX. So don't sleep on this right here, fam. If you guys are interested in making these gains, I'm giving away. I don't need anything. Just join the Telegram, and whatever you guys need to know to do this, let me know so I can tell you. We can practice together. Also practice with Blunt House technical analysis. He's absolutely amazing. And because of this volume profile, these gaps, these filled gaps like these, they happen a lot more often. And if you look, I'm really indifferent to price. I really don't care. Okay, it's 17 cents now. Cool. We'll get in there. We'll trade it to 18 cents. Okay, right here is 16 cents. We'll trade it there to 18 cents. Perfect. Over here, all the trades, it's 18 cents. Well, somehow I still pulled a 71% gain, even though it's way into 18 cents. I'm not going to wait for this to happen down here when I could just, snatch up some more. And we're seeing that right now with CFX. There it goes. There goes that 15-minute candle. Liking what we're seeing, fam. Liking what I'm seeing. Boom. Let's go. I'll show you guys a screenshot of that in a bit. But we're looking really good. 1 second. Boom. Right there. Keep your liquidation price low. Like you'll notice, like when you add to your bag or whatever, and you add a position, it'll say your liquidation price. If you're trading like CFX, keep it under 10 cents so you don't have to sweat, right? So like that, if it even dipped or whatever and your trade was not that good, honestly, you should just get out of it. You should be pessimistic on your losers and optimistic on your winners. But nonetheless, you can just trade it back to back. I'm just watching the price. My bad, fam. 17,949. That's nice. So this is a nice little example of these little trades, how they look like and what I like them to look. And if it can break this 200 moving average and get into this gap and start trading into this point of control, that trade right there will be one of those runners. And the market's ready for that. That's why it's important to be careful who you guys are listening to. Be careful getting rugged a lot on a lot of just different projects, because you'll miss out on these opportunities where you'll start to build confidence in your trading strategy, right? Now we got some solid meme coins for everybody. We got an overtime on the overtime stream. I'm gonna make up. I know we're at the hour mark, but we're gonna make up for the other days that we've just been grinding, doing the dev work that I'm supposed to do. So we got some CC Dog, we got some Jerry the Turtle, we got some of your favorite plays. If you guys got some more plays that you guys want me to look at, let them pull up for sure. We got Kendu to check out. I was waiting to see some Kendu Chads put something about Kendu in the chat so I can bring them up and they can go crazy, because there's been some great developments over there. And yeah, their merch is going to be getting listed very soon. But we got Jerry the Turtle right here, man. If you guys been tapped in with me on this one, this has been a sender for us. Like I said, I love meme coins. Now, I don't like getting rugged. A lot of that stuff that happens, that rugging, is that you guys know which ones it is. It's that recycling one right away. You guys want to find solid plays. That's why sometimes when I bring them to you guys, yeah, they're not as super low already, but they're giving you the opportunity to get some solid, safer gains on solid plays like this. Jerry the Turtle has been building nonstop. This one's been looking really good. That's a nice little buy that just came through on there. That's what you're supposed to do when you're on the live stream. I'm telling you. Somebody did the complete opposite. Said, Rico's live, I'm going to sell. Man, I already know you don't get a Lambo. I already know you don't get your Ferrari. I already know. If you're doing that and your timing is that kind of timing, yeah, not going to happen. Jerry the Turtle is going to happen, fam. This one is going to happen for sure. This is Jerry the Turtle, fam. This is possibly, they're trying to be the third biggest meme coin, Matt Fury meme coin. It can happen. They got listing after listing after listing after listing, and this one's looking very strong. Fam, still printing on this one. Anybody who got in with me got in well underneath $5 million market cap. Shot up over $20 million market cap, because I like to find those plays that have a solid chart, solid community. It's also not being spoke around by the same people who constantly keep rugging the whole space. And it's just like a little gem. You know, Jerry the Turtle was not in the same spaces that you guys hear all the time that you guys get rugged in, right? It's like, if this was a nice little gem. Now, granted, it might show up on there now, and now it's established, but had solid community, solid looking chart, you know, good active X account. That's what you want to see. And Jerry the Turtle is one of those Matt Fury plays. I actually do really good on the map. It was weird because certain narratives I do good. And when it comes to Matt Fury plays, a lot of them are rugs. I'm not going to lie. A lot of them turn out to either hit the ground, and we've covered some that hit the ground, right? Because either they just launch exactly when the overall market dipped, and what that does is causes a lot of panic, and they have no community to hold on to each other to make sure that they can stay strong, and they just vanish. Or, you know, just a rogue dev that the market dipped and he needed some money, so he sold his tokens, right? Here we go right here with Jerry the Turtle, $13.4 million market cap. Nonstop engagement. This community is very active. They're doing their thing. We have a lot of exchange listings and a healthy chart for the most part. Yeah. 5 million, 5 million, 5 million. When they broke 5 million, same thing. They just went all the way up to 20 something million. If you're in a project that has not done this, let it do this. If you're in a project that has done this and it comes down to 5 million, I clearly remember telling everybody, like, hey, it's holding out to 5 million really strong. That tells me, one, the team is not a bunch of Jeets. Two, the Jeets inside of the community are gone because they want to go further with this thing, right? And it kept bouncing on 5 million, because when you get underneath 5 million after doing the run like this, it's hard to get back above it because it looks dead after that. Right, so they held on to that, and that's why they pumped right back up to 10 million, went even higher to 15, came back down. This is in the making for everybody. This can happen to you or anybody in your favorite project. All you guys have to do is DCA together and push the project higher. That's all you guys got to do. Let's go to CC Dog next, man. This one's been doing really good. They got that Shiba Inu post. They had a nice green candle yesterday. They're getting ready for their breakout. I honestly think that this one's shaking out a bunch of the Jeets before it breaks to 10 million and does its dance, because it did break 5 million. And when projects do this, just like this, remember this. I mean, I'm a pattern person, man. I'm a person. I don't get caught up or stuck. Look, 5 million, 5 million, 5 million, $5 million market cap, $5 million market cap. All right, cool. What do you mean by that, Rico? What's going on? What are you trying to show me? Well, here we go. $5 million market cap, $5 million market cap. Is this going to be one of those that continue to crash $5 million market cap, hitting above $5 million market cap, $5 million market cap, $5 million market cap, and then breaks 10, and it's the play that's over $20 million market cap, and you missed out on it. This one I told you guys about is super early, before it was even $1 million market cap play. So are you late to it? No, I don't think that you're late to this one. They got a post from Shiba Inu. The markets are a little bit shaky right now. We got BTC pulling back. You got the market shaking everybody about. So I think when the market starts to pick up hard once again, this was yesterday. This looked good. This nice little green candle like that. And I think this is going to continue to happen where, oh, they got the crypto impress on this now. Ooh-wee, this is the next leg up. That crypto impress post. Okay. There you guys go. Honestly, the crypto impress, she's solid. She's been in the space. If I was as pretty as her, man, I'd be doing so much better in this space. I swear. It's just, and I mean that with all due respect, because I know she's married and all that stuff. I do say that with all respect, right? Because I got no time to be eyeing out somebody else's girl or nothing. But she's pretty, right? She has. If I was as pretty as her, I'd be doing really good. But she's just been finding the gems. I would have her do a post on XPX as well. Let's break a certain market cap and let's get a crypto impress post as well, and have the crypto impress send us to the moon, because crypto impress is solid. But these things take time. Her post was yesterday, and there was a nice green candle, but we're still seeing some red. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that the post is not good. It's just that when BTC pulls back and the markets pull back, it scares everybody. Now let that post marinate, let it cook, and you'll see that it'll start to come to life. So I'm bullish on CC Dog. I think brand recognition is like 80-90% of the fight in this space. That's why XPX is so strong now, because people know that they can off ramp, and they've been doing it for so long with us now, and it's just a trusted source to do it with. But this brand recognition of this meme, everybody knows about Courage the Cowardly Dog. I might watch an episode just for nostalgia's sake after the show. But just keep an eye on this play. It could turn out to be a crazy runner for all we know, right? Because it's so nostalgic compared to all the other dog meme coins. All the other dog meme coins are not as respected as this. Like, this is childhood memories. Everybody that knows Courage the Cowardly Dog, right? Now, a lot of dog meme coins might pump and all that stuff, but they're not going to be as nostalgic and embedded into people's minds as like Courage the Cowardly Dog. I think that's super powerful. So keep an eye on this play right here. You guys don't want to miss out. The next play I want you guys to keep an eye on, this is Kendu. Man, I'm keeping an eye on them. Love the Kendu community. We're going to go over here and show you guys some posts as well. Let's zoom out a little bit, because I want you guys to understand, like, this is a psychological game. This is all that this is. This is all that this is. This is a mind game, right? Or mind FAK, like that project right here. This is our section. Breaking 20 and then getting into this $50 million market cap, we're good. And we're going to do that regardless, Kendu. Like, we got a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool art is being made for you guys. We got some cool merch about to be getting released. There's going to be a lot of catalysts. Oh, here, let me, I love what she does this, because, and she's actually, there's a lot of people building for this project. Let me get you guys' attention for a second. The workout. I've been working out like crazy too. I've been working out like nonstop for sure. Currently, let's see this workout. Get the glutes. This is hard to do. For me, this is hard to do, honestly. This is what I've been doing in the pool. Not with a weight. But oh my God, that stretch right there on the knee, whoo, that hurts right there. A lot of you guys know from my bike accident. That's why I use the pull for. I feel lighter in there. But don't sleep on Kendu, fam. You guys don't want to miss out on this project. We got some amazing art coming out from this community. We're going to be pushing this stuff. We got some amazing merch coming out as well that you guys are going to absolutely love. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I'm personally going to be buying it myself. I'm going to be rocking this merch myself. And I want you guys that really rock with me in this channel, on this channel, that when this merch gets listed on Just Shop Crypto, that we go crazy for it and we create a catalyst. Like, I'm tired of like the spaces not having nothing new. This is something new for us to talk about. I want us to be like shaking our shirts, like go somewhere cool with your merch and like go wear it. Like, I'm going to wear the Can Do merch, wear the XPX merch, do it somewhere here in Vegas. Hey, over here in Vegas, something like that. Here, I'm over here in Texas. I'm over here in Chicago. I'm over here in New York with the merch. I'm doing this. That's what I want you guys to do, man. There's so much opportunity for us to create the catalyst. There's nobody coming down from a cloud to save us, fam. Okay? Like, until God comes, you guys can forget about it, okay? Let's see what else we got right here. See what else we got. The Can Do socks. I was looking for that CBC merch as well. You guys are gonna love what we got coming up next, man. You guys are gonna love what we got coming up next. Very, very bullish, and very exciting for the future of Can Do and this collaboration. It's huge. Honestly, it's pretty big. We're gonna open up a lot of our resources to Can Do as far as like payments. So if I was you guys, I would load up on Can Do. I would really think about getting a bag of Can Do, because we're gonna be pushing some really cool things with them. And Can Do has a lot of reach to retail. So when you look at a project like Can Do that has reach to retail with their energy drinks, their coffee, and all these good things, you guys don't sleep on a project like this with this much power. Okay, this is the $100 billion Inu right before your guys' eyes. Go join their Telegram. Let them know that I sent you guys over there, and let them know I said what's up. So shout out to the Can Do Chads and Chadettes for everything that they do, and I'm looking forward to creating more catalysts with them. I think it's going to be a lot of fun what we're able to do, and we're just very early, fam. We're very, very early. But if we just sit on the sidelines and we wait and we don't do nothing ourselves, you have to make the catalyst happen. You have to paint the picture. You have to have the vision. You have to bring everybody together. You have to push together. And to me, this is the best thing that I can tell you guys right here. So restocked official Can Do energy drink. So nice. We got the new ones right here. New Can Do energy drink 4-pack drinks with limited edition box. Ooh, cool. All this limited edition stuff is going to be rolling out. That's a lot of fun for everybody as well. So Can Do energy drink is where it's at, fam. Definitely get you guys some of that. If you guys also get some of that Can Do energy drink and you guys make a post, let me know, man. Let me know. Tag me into posts, tag Can Do into posts, and let's make some catalysts together. Like, how much fun is it for you guys, like, to be drinking the Can Do energy drink, and it's something that comes from our favorite space? Like, I don't know if I'm too bullish. Can Do, you guys let me know if I'm too bullish on the energy drinks, or maybe my channel can let me know if I'm too bullish on the energy drinks, or XPX, you guys let me know if I'm too bullish on the energy drinks. But to me, when it's somebody like myself who saw Red Bull come to life and saw it become a big thing in the United States and saw everybody laughing at it and saw how it wasn't like this thing that everybody wanted at first, to me, what makes you think that Can Do energy drinks, you can't see Can Do on cars, on Formula One racing cars, on airplanes doing acrobatics in the air, on people jumping out of airplanes with a Can Do helmet on Can Do like the X Games, all this stuff. Like, it all started off as an energy drink, Red Bull, as a joke, and now you see that either the racing cars, the racing motorcycles, whatever they're doing, they're some of the best teams in the space. And what did Red Bull do? Red Bull did what we do today. They went after community. That's why Can Do is community is huge. And I think people overlook this and they're like, okay, cool. Can Do has the energy drink. That's fun. That's awesome. But they forget to look at, like, Can Do energy drink and Can Do community, as big as this community is, ignite something as big as where we sponsor a race car and we attach ourselves exactly to retail. That's why I'm so bullish on Can Do. It's not just a run-of-the-mill meme coin, here now, gone tomorrow. It's a meme coin that's honestly been attacking retail, and adoption is what I'm an OG and veteran in the crypto space, right? I come from the last cycles, from the 2017 cycles, right? So it's like adoption, banking to unbank, getting to retail. Adoption was always the conversation for cryptocurrency. So it's always embedded in me to always see projects that are looking to not just gamble, but actually work to make mass adoption happen, because the end goal is adoption. I know you guys want your bags pumped and you want to be selfish and buy your Lambo and forget about crypto and you're going to think that you're going to be one of these new millionaires that after they become a millionaire, they don't have to do anything, or one of these new billionaires, like, something like a new version of Mark Cuban that doesn't do the Shark Tank nonstop, or, Mr. Wonderful who doesn't do Shark Tank nonstop and he doesn't have to. But you're going to have to work all the time. And if you're going to be one of these people that know you want something that is going to be able to consistently scale, you're going to want something that reaches retail, the adoption of cryptocurrency. And I think a project like Kendu that stays focused on the adoption of cryptocurrency has really, really good chances to become something really, really great, man. Really great, because I remember how everybody felt about a bull with wings. That was dumb. Said Red Bull, that's dumb. What? It has a bull with wings, gives you wings. And now, if you watch anything cool or anything that's going on, it's has to do with Red Bull around it, right? So keep an eye on your Kendu fam, and don't just look at these energy drinks as energy drinks. Don't look at the beers just at the beers. And I'm bullish on the beers and I'm bullish on the coffee, but something about energy drink communities are very similar to crypto communities. The coffee community, yeah, we're somewhat there, right? Well, you guys can catch me at a Barnes and Noble, drinking a Starbucks and having one of my laptops out, or catch me at a coffee joint every once in a while with a laptop out and doing some crypto stuff. And you guys can see the fellow ones. The beer, yeah, a little bit there. We're breaking into the beer, not as much, but I think the energy drink is that top tier, where we resemble each other as far as like, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's true, man. I think energy drink communities, I think it's because we are the energy drink community just coming into the crypto space, possibly. That's probably what's going on, right? Everybody who's in the crypto space is probably a lot of people who drink some kind of energy drink or some kind of coffee. So Kendu fam, Kendu. Really rocking with this community. I'm looking forward to the merch release. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to purchase some of the merch myself. So looking forward to that. So here we go. We got Kendu right here, super bullish on you guys, and we're going to do an overtime session. Like I said, we're going to go through some plays. If you guys got some plays to check out, let me know. Let's check out on Meme Link. This one's been doing really good as well. Went right back up to 10 mil, and again came back down. Turned right back up to 9 mil, turned back down. But this is that section where if you see Meme Link come to this section right here, we've already shown that this is where I want you to get detached from things. When you see these resemble sections right here, and then you get this pump. I don't need you being bearish when this part happens over here again, right? What are we saying? We say, okay, we noticed that when it comes to this $5 million, $5 million market cap, it'll have its rally to go back up. And it went up to $10 million market cap. Not bad. Not bad. Now, obviously, it's at 4 million. But still very bullish. I think they had a buy comp going on as well. Still doing their thing, still cooking for sure. But this is an example of how these psychological barriers hold so much water in this market, because is Jesus the water to wine community? That's another one. There we go. There. What's epic, Prophet Bear, is we just had our talks and stuff, and we were talking a lot. And one of the things that me and you always see eye to eye on, and we know for a fact, is that we know that not only the Christian community is going to come into the space, but we know that this is going to be a meta, right? And it's like it's really important to establish the real people that are the great projects and get them the exposure that they deserve, because this is going to be a meta that's going to happen no matter what, right? We're going to have the water to wine people coming into the space as well. Prophet Bear, I love it, bro. You always. We got Jesus Coin coming up next. Like I said, we got an overtime on the overtime show. I always make it right no matter what. We took a couple of days off because, like I said, you guys are going to see a lot of upgrades coming. I was having a long conversation with Joseph. Me and him have been getting really close to get XPX to tap into this $4 billion industry that we're going to do, fam. We're going to do. I mean, the conversations have moved really, really far along. Now, granted, I know a lot of meme coin traders don't want to hear about 2026, but when you're talking about becoming a multimillionaire, not just for you, but for your family, and where you can actually sustain the $1 million assets that you guys keep buying, and not have to, file bankruptcy after the bull run, then this is how you set these things up, man. This is how you set these things up. And if you guys really rock with me, and you guys can tell that I've been doing YouTube videos since 2021, over 3,500 videos, I'm not going anywhere. So I'm really doing my best to find the best plays, the best projects to establish ourselves for the long run, to make money, not just for ourselves, because we are here to make money, okay? But not just for ourselves, but for others, okay? And Prophet Bear, I'm sure that you can relate with that, because that's one of the scriptures, you know, that you got to be able to make enough that it's not just for you, but for everybody else, right? And more comes to you for doing that. More comes to you if you what do you think I always say? If you provide so much value to the marketplace, it will provide value back to you. That's just a spin on scripture, fam. That there's nothing new under the sun. That's just a spin on, that's just a spin on you guys think that I came up with that. That's just a spin. That's just my interpretation on providing so much value to the marketplace. It provides value back to you, right? That's just what happens. So meme link right here, social media platform that you guys don't want to miss out. You guys don't got to get shadow banned. You guys don't got to get, your accounts blocked or stolen, because it's all on the blockchain, man. And they got some NFTs that are out right now. Shout out to them on the NFTs. I haven't checked these out. Do we got any of the NFT holders here right now? Curious. Okay. Total volume 20 ETH. Sheesh. Money flowing through. Okay. Not listed yet, so we can't see them yet. I don't know the full scoop on the NFTs. I'm definitely gonna have to tap in with current beta game. PabloCrow.com. That's oh, that's good. He needs this. Let's see. Copyright strike from Pablo Crow coming, everybody. Pablo Crow, don't give me a copyright strike. You got your Pepe, you got your Kishu bros, you got your dogs, you got your Inus, you got all your fun stuff, right? So let's go into, I don't know much about the NFTs currently right now. I know that they're going to be eventually rented out. So many hours of hard labor to give you guys a very custom set, 1,000 total NFTs. Some characters will use as fighters in the upcoming mobile fighting game and can push the value tremendously. To qualify, that's true. If it's inside the game, that could definitely push the value of that NFT a lot, man. It definitely can. So, all right. So we got to qualify for residual passive income. You will need to hold a minimum of 3 NFTs and 10,000 MK tokens. The more NFTs you hold, the more residual you will receive from the mobile games revenue. So, pretty bullish if you guys ask me. Another thing that's bullish about the mobile games is really going after retail. That's what the mobile game is doing. The mobile game is going after retail. That's all the mobile game really is. You know, when people download these games and they're looking up crypto and they see crypto games and these things pop up, that's what that's all about, fam. That's really what that's all about. So let's go ahead and bring up Jesus Coin right now. We got some cool things coming up for this as well. You guys are really going to love this. 100% you guys are going to love what's going on over here. Some massive, massive cool things. And you guys might want to get in right now, man. Get in right now, because there's some massive exposure that's going to be happening. And this is a great community to get in. Me and Prophet Bear have talked about, whether we do this or not, this is going to come into the market. And we talked about some other things that have come and gone. But this is the project that has stayed right here. And also, I want to give the Crypto Church a shout out right here. Was actually talking to some people, Prophet Bear, after we had our conversations, where I'll be getting actually some other people to donate to the church after they found out that you guys are 501c3, because I'll be working with, like I said, and we talked about it as well, there's going to be more church-related projects coming into the space, and I'm already talking to another one that's pretty big, and they might actually be interested in donating into Jesus Coin. They weren't sure about Jesus Coin at first because, Jesus Coin had the shades, but I actually was in a meeting, in a Zoom call the day before yesterday. Like I said, the last couple of days have been nothing but meetings, and a really big project that is also a really big believer in Christ and really big in faith, and and I'll be transparent with you guys, because and you guys, I always keep it real. Why beat around the bush? But they're like, yeah, we heard about them, but we're not. I was like, no, I know Prophet Bear
personally on like, well, not personally, but like been talking to him for quite a bit. He's been pulling up to my streams, and I know that this Jesus coin it's right on the line of being the meme coin and having that perfect blend of meme coin to be able to pull people into the church. Like if it's too churchy, it will be hard. And I told him straight up, I said, if it's too, it might be hard. That Jesus coin with the shades is very powerful. And I told him, and I vouched for you guys. I said, if I felt it was any form of blasphemy, I wouldn't even come close to it. I wouldn't bring it up, not even for the super chats, because I don't play around when it comes to that. But this right here is extremely bullish project. If you guys are new to this channel and you guys want to check out Jesus Coin, definitely check it out. But also come check out the Crypto Church, and a lot of great things are going to be coming to this. And I actually got some people that are actually going to be supporting you guys as well after we finalize some more things. So I'm excited for all this stuff because these were just ideas, and it's kind of crazy how they all just keep coming together. Like the Zoom call that I had the day before yesterday with the other religious project, and I was talking about Jesus Coin. It's kind of wild because the day before that I was just talking to Prophet Bear, so I was able to just be like, hey man, I'm letting you guys know we're working with them. We're going to be working with them. If you guys are going to be working with us as well, you guys definitely want to be on the same page with Jesus Coin. So it's all about being able to grow together, not get tribalistic, donate to each other, have charitable events with each other, and make some great things happen in the space, and honestly create great catalysts. If we just let the rugs keep being rugs, if we just stand on standby and we don't make nothing happen, then the rugs are making the most noise. That's why people keep running over there and keep getting rugged. But if we can come together and bring the great projects together, bring the great communities together, do some charitable events together, do some of these things that are very powerful in the space, and honestly the space needs it. I really think that we'll see a lot of greatness come to all of our projects. So if you guys are interested in Jesus Coin, come over here and check it out. I'm actually going to post this right here because you guys probably should be getting a bag of Jesus Coin. I have a bag of Jesus Coin. We're going to be getting some more of that Jesus Coin, and I got in at a good spot over here and could have got out, but I'm still holding because this thing's ready to pump, man. It's primed up. And when you look at most projects at $5 million market cap, they don't have this much in liquidity. You guys don't get that. Like I know everybody tuning in, you guys get it, but a lot of people don't get this. Like, this is real liquidity right here. When the whales come into the space, and a lot of whales are believers of God. I don't know if you guys think that there's no whales that believe in God. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but when they come into the space, they'll be able to trade Jesus Coin and not be wrecked on the price impact and slippage. So don't sleep on this project, man. How many projects at $5 million market cap, $5.6 million market cap, has $1.6 million in liquidity? Like, that's wild, fam. Like, and I'm letting you guys know, when the switch happens and the markets continue to pour into us and people keep coming into the crypto space, you guys think that people who believe and go to church are not going to say, well, I'm already going to church. I already been believing in Christ. I've already been, doing good. Why not I get a bag of Jesus Coin? Why? I'm telling you guys, if you guys want to talk about people having conviction, and I don't know if you guys go to church every Sunday, but they go to church every Sunday and they pull up to spaces. So when this project builds up and they get some real serious holders, they will hold for Jesus Coin. This right here, this rally and all this stuff, this is just the initial rally and the initial fun of Jesus Coin, this $90 million market cap and all this. It's not done. I really, truly believe that Jesus Coin is a $1 billion project. And I'll hold until that happens because there's billions of people who believe in Jesus Christ. So that's pretty easy. I don't think there's no project out there that has better brand recognition than Jesus. I mean, our time, the way we look at time is done by Jesus, right? 200 BC before Christ. Like, there's not 200 Shiba Inu. There's not before Shiba Inu. There's not 200 before this or before that. It's like, this is brand recognition on another level. 200, no, before Christ. I mean, this is how powerful this is. So park a bag, let it sit there, and maybe park a bag for your kids. Don't look at it for like, okay, tomorrow I want it to pump. Let us cook. When we're cooking, there's some things going on. I had a nice conversation with Prophet Bear. We almost couldn't even get off the phone. We were having so much fun talking. Those are the type of combos I like to have, where it's almost hard to say goodbye. You don't even know how to get off the phone because it's just one thing leads to the next and the next thing. So, but you want people that are that passionate. You want people that are that excited for the project and are not just trying to get through the project or trying to get through the day, but are actually trying to get something from the day, right? and trying to get something for the project. And that's the type of people that Jesus Coin has and the Crypto Church has. So definitely tap in with them 100%. Yeah, I posted a deck screener for that as well. Easy place to get a bag. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, little dip really quick from the CFX, right? Don't get discouraged. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. You got that buy signal. Oh, no, it's selling signal. What do we do now? Oh, no, that's bad. No, we still got a buy signal. Still a buy signal. What's the higher time? The lower ones? Oh, but still. We're still in there. We're still in there. It might come back and tap again. Got the hiccups out of nowhere. It might come back down and tap again. But I think we're about to be filling some gaps, and we could see a pretty cool trade possibly coming out of this one. Or, we're wrong and we come all the way down here to this one. We'll come back down into the 16s. It's been down there before. That can happen. Now, if it breaks past the previous way's low, if it breaks past the previous way's lows, these right here, you might want to stop your order, right, and just take the loss. Be pessimistic on your losers. Be optimistic on your winners. If it's a loser, it's a loser. If it's a winner, it's a winner. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Don't tell me that it's going to turn into an eagle. Don't tell me that, hey, maybe we put him in eagle training and no. Let him be a duck, okay? If it's going to be a loser, it's going to be a loser, okay? Yeah, all the volunteers running the church, running on a show, on a shoestring budget minimum, maxing the administration fees so we can give more to those in need. Nice, man. That's amazing. And we're going to help out with that, bro. Well, you're going to see a lot of the good that we're going to do. And like with that project I was just talking to the other day, Saphir knows. That's why he has that 100% and heart right there. Me and him were talking about, and he was actually with me in the Zoom call, a little bit of alpha for you guys. Me and Saphir was in a Zoom call, and no, we were not showing our feet because, Saphir loves his feet and stuff, but we're actually making some things happen for the future. So you guys are going to have a lot of fun with what we got going on. Saphir's like, no, don't talk about that right now. We got some cool things happening, man. It's just a lot. Like I said, I get excited, and, I'm always shocked when I see people like, jeeting their main bags on a great play. And a lot of devs, you don't even see them. They're off in the mountain, in the cave, being a guru, building things and stuff like that. And it's like you're almost like in like lost. Like you don't even know. It's like, here, I get too excited. I can barely contain myself. You get a nonstop drip of what's actually happening. You get a nonstop drip of, development. You get a nonstop drip of, exposure on the project. You don't really have to ask when marketing or anything. It's like XPX is a very powerful project. Has a lot. I need you guys to probably go ape in another bag and price out whoever cheated that $400 earlier today. Said, "Oh, Rico's live. Let's let's put a sell on the chart before we go live." It's like, oh my God, you're gonna have a rough life if that's you. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. Wait, it's gonna be a rough one, man. I'm telling you. Build the chart up, man. Build the wall up. Build stronger. If you need it for an emergency, then fine. But if you don't need it, man, just wait, man, because I'm going to make this thing print for you guys, okay? And right here in this project, you guys get a lot of exposure to a lot of things that are going to be happening. So, Saphir, Jesus loves you. Love to watch feet too. Oh, smart. That's a good way for Saphir. You just gave him a lot of ammo. You just gave him a lot of ammo, Prophet Bear. Saphir, there you go. Now you got your reason. But no, Saphir's actually a really good person. But you guys are going to see some of the stuff that we're going to open up. And because of Saphir, some of that stuff even opens up to Jesus Coin as well, Jesus tokens. So we're waiting on some inks to dry and stuff like that. We know that we're here to stay, so we're not worried about it. So we'll keep doing our thing. We'll keep building nonstop. How long have we been going? We've been going for almost 2 hours now. Let's go, fam. What? This was an extended stream. I gave you guys the overtime on the overtime. The markets are dipping a little bit. Nothing to be concerned about. Don't dip with the market. When the markets are fearful, be greedy. When the markets are greedy, be fearful. So if you're doing what everybody else is doing and you're cheating like everybody else, it's time for you to break out of the rhythm. Now, wait, you don't have to, just let it come down. Let it do its thing. We're going to be also adding them to our list. This is some alpha for you guys, World Liberty. A lot of you guys have already noticed, but this will be added to our list of tokens for off-ramping as well. So get ready for that. That's probably just pure alpha I just dropped for you guys that nobody even knew about. But a lot of people, yeah, we're gonna make sure that we got exposure to world liberty as well. That's not even nowhere been talked about anywhere. Anywhere is just maybe just alpha slipping because I've been talking for too long, and this is some of the stuff that we've been working on the back end. So that's gonna be listed. So it's gonna be more than 70 cryptocurrencies. Like I said, over 70 cryptocurrencies. This is gonna be one of them to make sure that we could use hashtag world liberty to make sure when this is actually pumping and getting a lot of attention that we can always stay relevant in the space and that people can use this USD1 to off ramp using xpxpay.com, of course. So we're going to wrap it up right here. This was a fire stream, fam. If you guys can come over here, price out some of the Jeets, man. I'm calling all the alpha. I'm calling all the whales, all the dolphins, all the Chads and Chadettes in the crypto space to do some pricing out today. Today's a good day to do some pricing out. Load up some more because you guys will just see, man. You guys are going to see. We're en route to all-time high, and I want you guys to be there with us. Don't be the person listening right now, doesn't have a bag of XPX, and we break all-time high, because I will be like, hey, you're the person that's probably listening right now and is going to act like they have a bag of XPX but doesn't even have a bag of XPX, and we keep pumping on you guys nonstop while your favorite rugged you 2 or 3 times with 3 different pictures. So come over here, get a bag, stake your bag of XPX, make passive income. We've been live for over 13 months, which is like 4 years in crypto years. Stake your bag, make passive income with us, and get en route to become a millionaire with us. There's got a lot of millionaires in the making right now with XPays X. We're not going anywhere but up, fam. I've been doing YouTube videos since 2021. Don't fade this. Fading this would be fading going to my YouTube channel and be like, okay, he's got over 3,500 videos. He's been doing videos since 2021. He's going to quit. What do you guys think? You guys think I'm going to stop doing YouTube videos anytime soon? You guys think I'm going back into the real world and what? To do what? No, this is what I'm going to be doing. So if I'm here to stay, XPX is here to stay. And if BTC is going to hit $250,000, then XPX is going to the top 100 cryptocurrency pages on CMC and will really change a lot of people's lives. So don't miss out for that. If you do, well, that's on you, right? You guys can like, comment, and subscribe and make sure that you guys don't miss out. Or at the very least, you guys can continue to come back and experience stuff.